I just wanted to give you an idea of the webinar agenda before we get going. And this is the way it's going to work here. Part one, we're going to explain the London closed trade to you and the idea behind it that makes it work. Then in part two, we're going to get into complete detail on setting up a London closed trade, exactly what to look for. Part three is all about trade entry, which is a critical part of this methodology. And then part four, we'll get into exactly how to manage a London closed trade, which is another extremely important piece of the puzzle. Okay, and in part five, we're going to go through a few actual trade examples, actually from just this past week, showing you how the methodology that we just showed you is applied. Okay. Following that, actually, there's going to be a discussion by Shirley. She's going to come on and she'll talk about some very important tips and tricks that can really enhance your chances for success here. And then in part seven, that'll be the Q&A session, and that'll be followed by some brief closing comments. Now, actually, I'm going to modify the Q&A a little bit here, just to make sure that everyone is clear on the concepts, so that at the end of part 2, 3, and 4, what I'm going to do here is we're going to take a few select questions, and we'll just handle a couple at the end of each section. Otherwise, it just drags on. Please don't be offended if I don't get to your question. I just don't. There's a balancing act here. I don't want to lose too much continuity by constantly stopping for questions. So I hope this is a bit of a compromise. And don't worry, we'll definitely get all your questions answered. And in case we don't get your question for some reason, make sure that you send us an email and we'll get to it. We're not intending to leave anybody out here. Okay. So